Jeff Fafa.
There we go. Welcome back to the live stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening out there. How's it going?
Greetings, my excellent friend.
My name is Jeff Fritz. Today is January 29th, 2020, and we're going to write a little bit of code today. How's it going there, chat room? I saw Azure Sharp with the resub. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Hugo is here, top of the stack. Is that like top of the morning? Top of the stack to you all. Yeah. Let's get popping. Let's have some fun here today. Kitstead says, was just taking my earphones out. Not anymore. It's Jeff o'clock. Well, thank you. Azure Sharp, I work from home, so I cast this stream to your office TV. I'm on a big screen. Look at how big this is. Had an AV tech over to talk networking yesterday, and he said, what are you watching? Oh my goodness. Azure Sharp, that's tremendous. That's a flawless victory. That was loud. But yes, very cool. Thank you so much. Kabazi, hello there. Is that, let me make sure I'm pronouncing Kamal, is that Kamal Kokabayalik, translating from Azure. It's auto-translating? Nice. Curious Drive, hello from Philadelphia. Fantastic. Thank you for tuning in, Curious Drive. A local, good to see you. Eagle is here again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Gareth, Simo, good afternoon. Great to see everybody. Got the tacos running. Thank you. Making sure that our sentiment number here for the chat room is nice and high. Kimal, very good. I'll refer to you as Kimal. Thank you for tuning in. An interesting stream to help you slog through a jQuery upgrade. Simo, good luck with that. So, sentiment is working. Yes, we've got the sentiment working well here. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. So, I've got my Twitch swag on today. Got the hat, got the shirt, and I want to spend some time today. We've been working on some Blazor components here. We had a great discussion yesterday with Eagle Hansen here. Where is he? There he is. Talking about testing, and we refactored some of our tests a little bit, and we learned how to make them a little bit easier to read, more concise, and get some better test interaction out of our project. Testing Blazor components, right? Those C# based components that work great for building with WebAssembly. Thank you for the follow. Is that BJ Raddick? Is it BJ Raddick or is it Baratic? Let me know. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you joining us. And so we learned how to make that work a little bit more semantically, have some better interactions there. But I think we're going to take some steps today to make it look better. Let's add some styles, some further styles into our TreeView component we've been working on. And this is a component that emulates the look and feel of the WebForms TreeView control, but has all the same tags, all the same attributes, so folks can lift and drop their TreeView directly into Blazor and hopefully get the same markup working. Let me take a look and see what else is going on here in the chat room. Big shout out for Gareth. Yeah, Gareth is another member of the Live Coders team. Make sure we support him with a shout out so folks can find him. Got a new 4K monitor plugged in. Oh man, 4K monitor is mighty nice. I don't have a 4K. I've got a 27 in front of me and two 24s turned portrait. So I've got things for the stream on this one, things for the chat room over on that one, so it looks like I'm looking at chat when I'm looking at, because I am actually looking at chat over here. And I've got the big 27-inch, and they're all just 1080p monitors, and that's good enough for me for right now. Kamal says, I just watched NDC developer video on YouTube 2 days ago, and you're amazed. Which NDC video? NDC developer video about Blazor? Oh yeah, lots more coming with that. BJ Raddick, glad you stumbled on the stream. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad you stopped by, and hope you stick around for a little bit here as we write some code. Getting old, 2K is enough for Azure Sharp. Nice. 4K plus HDR in the living room. I got to get a nice 4K screen for the living room. That's a great idea, Azure Sharp. I'm going to have to talk to Mrs. C Sharp Fritz and get that put in place here. All right. Let's take a look. There was an announcement that went out late yesterday afternoon here on the East Coast. Blazor WebAssembly 3.2 is now available. So I'd like to take our sample project that we have that's referencing our Blazor components, upgrade it to use the new Blazor WebAssembly 3.2 version, and also talk about some of the other things that are happening in the community here and start getting back into our style discussion here. So let's head over. Well, hang on. Let's get some music playing first. This is going to be music to code by from our friend Mr. Carl Franklin. This music is scientifically designed. It's engineered to get you in the flow, get you in the groove, so that whatever task it is you're working on, you can focus, and some of those other things that you might have been worried about can kind of fade away, and you get focused on the task at hand. Whether it's writing code, doing homework, studying, writing documentation, writing an ebook. I wouldn't know anybody who's doing that. Check it out, mtcb.pwop.com, or you can be like Hugo and execute the music command right here and get a link. Click through. It's $28, and you get 20 songs. Each song is 25 minutes long. That's the length of a Pomodoro. Listen to the song, focus on your task. When it's done, take 5 minutes for yourself. Get up, walk around, refresh your beverage, whatever the case might be, and get focused again. Start playing the song again and get right into that next task. Check it out. Thank you so much, Carl, for letting us listen to your music while we write some code together here. Thank you for the follow. Is it my sorry, I'm not going to read that one. Yeah. That's you're heading straight for the ban. Take care. All right, so we got music playing. Let's head over and let's talk about, here it is, Blazor WebAssembly 3.2 preview. And this is from our friend, Mr. Dan Roth. He's the program manager at Microsoft in charge of Blazor. And what's most interesting about this, the important thing to note here is they changed the version number to 3.2. Now, they changed it to 3.2 so that you knew there was a difference between .NET Core 3.1 and this WebAssembly release. There is no .NET Core 3.2 planned. But, so that you know that it's not part of 3.1 and the long-term servicing release. You don't get that confusion. They're putting this in its own private, just Blazor 3.2 release that you're going to see being delivered. So, makes a little bit of sense, makes it easier to understand, and it's going to be what is referred to as a current release. That means once the next version is released, you have 3 months of support before you need to move on to that, as opposed to an LTS, a long-term servicing release, where you have 3 years of guaranteed support and then a year after the next LTS release. So, really great stuff to see that they're moving this forward. They've also simplified the startup here. So that this change looks pretty good for WebAssembly folks, right? This is the version of Blazor that compiles and runs in the browser. So Kamal, you were saying about that NDC video that Steve Sanderson did. This is that version that runs in the browser. The other version runs server-side and traffics the changes back and forth to the client using SignalR. And we use both of those. We support both of those with this library that we're building. Hey, Mott's, good to see you. Hello, hello. Eagle says the music to code by songs are quite nice. The only problem is I do not notice is when the song ends and another begins. True. Don't hit that repeat button when you're listening to this music, because you'll just keep right on going through it. If you don't have the repeat turned on, it'll stop, and you'll notice, hey, there's nothing in my ears. Oh, you want a small soundbite? Get off your. I want to stay family friendly here, but get off your keister. Yeah, that's something. You could put right after that. Dave Paquette asks, does 3.2 still use the mono runtime? Yes. Hey, Flav Creations, good to see you. Yes, 3.2, they're not changing the runtime yet. This is one of the Blazor WebAssembly is one of the places where they're targeting that .NET 5 runtime to land. But for 3.2, they're going to stay with that mono runtime for right now. So, and they've also improved the linker here so that it will compile down a little bit better. Support for the .NET SignalR client, nice. Glad to see that. And I think that was the last thing. Command line results in ASP.NET Core hosted. Unable to load analyzer assembly. Yeah, big deal. Disable this. All right, so let's upgrade our sample application that uses our component library with Blazor WebAssembly to use the new 3.2 instance here. So I'm going to walk through this real quick, and hopefully we'll be through this in 5-10 minutes, and we'll get into working on our TreeView component again. So to upgrade an existing project, well, first off, I want to do the install here so we get the right thing here. So here's the new signature for the Blazor templates. I'm going to copy that, head over to my Windows terminal here, and I'm just going to paste that in so we get the new Blazor templates installed. Yes, Flav Creations is on the Live Coders team as well. Yes, working mainly with Java. Indeed. Any chance we can ask Steve Sanderson to come on stream? Hang on, let me put that. That's a great question from Gareth there. Let me put that up on the stream. Where'd it go? Oh my goodness, I can't. Where did it go? I've scrolled too far. There it is. Gareth asks, any chance we can have Steve Sanderson come on stream, show some of the mobile and desktop demos that he showed in the .NET Conf talks? I think we can. Alon Lipton was just on the .NET community stand-up yesterday, and he talked about the mobile bindings there with James Montemagno and John Galloway. We might be able to get Steve to join us for a little bit and talk about some of those things. I can certainly reach out to him, and we can talk about that. Not a problem. Unity. Yes. Really great stuff happening. All right. And Dave, I'm looking for... Oh, how did I set the background in the terminal? Yes. So if you look at settings here, we actually configured this on a stream about a week ago. And you scroll down to your profile here, background image, and I just set it right there. So, for this profile, right? So, pretty easy to do. All right, I've installed the Blazor templates. Where are they? There we go. Blazor WebAssembly. All right, good. Update all the Microsoft ASP.NET Core Blazor package references to 3.2, blah, 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 blah. All right, so let me go over to our project over here, and we're going to open after Blazor client side. This is the client side version. I've got 4 sample projects here. These are sample objects that we're sharing between the various samples. There's the before version that shows the WebForms versions of the controls, and I have 2 Blazor projects here. One runs server side, one runs WebAssembly client side, and both reference and show the same samples of the components working. So Dan's blog post says to replace these versions here with that appropriate Blazor version number. So I'll just paste those in. I could put this into a properties file and just reference it all from there. I already have a properties file over here, right, with the package reference. And there's a way that I put the version number in here so that that version number would just be available to me and I can reuse it in other files. I have a little green on my face, do I? Might be from... That might be better. I think I... Right, and... Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. Alright. Blazor's like the one Microsoft wanted to do something with Silverlight, but without installing... So, Blazor and Silverlight, two very different things. There is no component to install, and this is based on an open standard, and it's completely open source. So, a lot of good things that are available here. How did I do that with the version number before the shared version number between the different projects? Let me head over to my GitHub. Let's see if I can find that real quick, because I think I was doing it in the bot over here. There it is. Build properties. Here we go. Yeah, it's a property group like this. And I should be able to reference it then across all the various things that need this. So, besides that, add this. And I'm going to delete that and let's rename this to Blazor WebAssembly version, just so that I have it consistently across everything like that. I'm going to grab that version number from Dan's blog post, paste that right there. So now I have one place to put it, and I should be able to just reference it now. Right here like this. Was it something like that? I think that's how you do that, isn't it? That. And that should work. Did I? Yeah. Back up one to here. And if I look in one of my projects, it's referenced parenthesis. It's dollar parenthesis. Hey, DJ Vortex. Hello. Good to see you. So now, like this and like that. And now it should be the same everywhere. So let's right click, build, make sure that builds. Output. There we go. Failed. This looks like it's the change in the startup class that is being suggested here. As part of the next part, in Program CS, replace Blazor WebAssembly Host Create Default Builder with WebAssembly Host Builder Create Default. All right. And that's in Program CS. So, nope, expand that. This. Create Blazor WebAssembly Host Create Default Builder. This right here. With that. Okay. WebAssembly Host Builder cannot be found. No. Change that. It's still not happy. It's still grumpy there. Why doesn't it like this? Nope. Nope. So I guess, do we just not need that section? Like that? And this doesn't have... Oh... Move the configured services in the Blazor WebAssembly client from... No. Remove startup CS from the program WebAssembly client project. Uh-oh. Is that Vinicius Roca? Welcome. What keyboard am I using? I've got a command for that to help you out. There you go. There's information about my keyboard. I feel like there's a couple pieces missing here because we got to remove the startup. If I look at main, builder is this, builder root components add, await builder build run async is what that looks like. So let's go change this, which means we don't need that. I appreciate that they're trying to get to a very terse, very simple syntax for starting these up. But I'm not sure this was entirely necessary to make this change. Do I have anything in startup that I need to add? Yes. I need to add the app component, which is something that was done here. We can reuse that. Okay. So the app component is the root of the application. And this ends with an await on run async. What else do I have in startup that I need to configure? So this is done. It's this here. Okay, go back over to there. Public static. Async task, yeah. So this is something that I'm concerned about. In chat room, I'd love to get your feedback on this. Now, we've upped the level of complexity here significantly. Builder services. And let me explain. Come on. Do I have anything else I'm missing? Anything else? Nah, it's alright. Okay. So, what I'm concerned about here is we've simplified something that didn't need simplifying. Great, now I don't need a startup file. But what I've done now is I've introduced a bunch of logic into this one file. Hey, Restocks!
Restocks just resubscribed for 3 months.
Thank you so much for that resub, and we'll make a donation to code.org. That's going to put you into a red subscriber hat badge. Thank you so much for that. 1 second here. There we go. We'll make a donation to code.org, and you're going to continue to have those 17 emotes and be able to throw emotes at my face here.
I'm Scott. I'm new here.
Is that Vinicius Rocha? Thank you so much for the resub. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Appreciate you joining us. Hello, hello. Erin Das, welcome in. Quarantine Corner? So, using your Twitch Prime, I'm thrilled, I'm flattered that you would use your Twitch Prime here. Because you get one of those, one subscription you can use anywhere on Twitch. When you use it here, you get 17 emotes. We make a donation to code.org, and it doesn't cost you a thing. And you're doing good. Thank you so much. Almost a native Brazilian accent. Well, thank you. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I've never been accused of such a thing, but thank you. Yeah, so what I'm concerned about here is they've moved things around and moved things away from the way that it looks with the rest of ASP.NET Core 3.1. Yes, we're doing the same things. Yes, we put it all into one place. But this feels like moving the deck chairs on the Titanic. Did you need to make this change as part of a minor release? You've broken... I question that they've broken the concept compatibility with the rest of the 3.1 version. Yes, giving Amazon's money to good causes. Very well put, Gareth. Giving Amazon's money to good causes is always good. Thank you. So I appreciate what they're doing here. Yes, this is easier to maintain. Yes, this is all in one file. Honestly, I would prefer to move some of these things out into other files. Because I don't want to put... I already have done this in a couple other projects. I don't want to have my IoT configuration in the same file as how my application starts and it gets configured. Hand that off somewhere else so it's isolated and this doesn't get touched. Maybe ASP.NET will follow soon. Maybe CMO. It's not... This isn't a bad thing. I question the timing of it. That's all. This was not necessary for a minor release. So, moving on. And right, this is me trying to ensure concept compatibility, making sure that the on-ramp for this is the same for everybody. So it looks like those are the only changes that I really needed to make, is moving these things around here. Is just that root component registration, adding and moving configure services. So let's try running it and see what this looks like. And then we'll get back into our styling and interactions here. Where's my, there we go. No, startup does not exist. Where are you referencing startup? Oh. So we put the application name in the startup class. I don't have a startup class. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat. Public static class, just so I can get compatibility here. Right? Public static string, and what was it called? Uh-oh! Restocks has requested we change our font to Comic Sans.
Oh my.
We can do that for you. We will do that. Let me put this in here, and we'll make this Blazor Web Assembly. All right, let's try that. Just to make sure, let's take a quick peek over here. Blazor server side. Okay, good. So I should now be able to debug start this. So those were channel points restocks cashed in. Channel points are the little gear things that you see right there. You get them for just for participating here on stream. And you can cash them in for different things. You can ask me to change my hat. You can take control of the stream. Take that control away from me. Challenge me in some cases. And you can also request things like a voiceover. You want me to review your code? Open up live share so you can connect in and participate. All kinds of things that we can do here. But challenge me like Restocks has. And we're going to go and take a look at using Comic Sans here for a little bit as our font on stream. Oh, bring it. I can handle that. There we go. Move that over here so I can see that we will interact there. So this is working still. This works very nicely, it looks like, over here. right? It's not remembering the state of this as I go from page to page. So we got a little bit of work to do on that, right? Because I'm navigating somewhere else and it's got a different expanded state for some of these. So it doesn't remember it as I click, right? So we should create that as an issue. But Blazor WebAssembly works just fine. Somebody in China really loves my phone right now because I am getting... My phone is getting hammered with phone calls, and because I don't recognize the phone numbers, it's ignoring all of them. It's not even ringing my phone. But these are these Chinese 1-800 numbers that I've done the reverse search on Google, and it comes up as a number in China to ignore. Yeah, good luck. All right, so I'm pretty happy that we have that patched. Let's,
I'm Scott, I'm new here.
Oh my gosh, Kamal, thank you so much for the sub. And we'll make a donation to code.org to help those folks bring science and technology knowledge to kids in classrooms. Thank you so much. And thank you for the follow. Is that Travis Tang 1910? Thank you so much for joining us, Travis. Let's I'm gonna add, and we will commit updated Blazor WebAssembly to 3.2 preview 1. Fantastic. And I will sign with my Yuba key, push that up, and we're ready to go. Yeah, I never answer calls like that. Travis asks, is this an ASP.NET web form? It's not. But the syntax of our components... Let me put Travis' question up there and make sure that I let me make sure that I answer this. So this is Travis Tang asks, is it an ASP.NET web form? So these are not web forms, but these are components that allow us to write code that looks like web forms. So check it out. Here's my tree view in use here, and it, other than the @ref tag, data source run at looks just like an ASP.NET, right? And the ASP.NET tree view data bindings looks just like it. The only difference here is I'm actually binding to an XML document here instead of having an XML data source. There's my XML document, and it just looks right there. That's kind of what I expect. So that's the goal, is to make it so that you can copy and paste your code into Blazor, and it just works. Vinicius Rocha asks, what was the pin that was requested there? So I have, it's a great question. What was the pin that I had to key in there? I have what's called a Yuba key. Let me take it out and show you here. So here it is. So this has my GPG key on it, so that when I want to sign my commits so that they're verified and you can see that it was published by me, right? And we're going to come to this question here in just a second. But let me open. So here it is, last commit. And if I click into that commit, you can see it's verified. It was signed by me because it has, GitHub has a reference to my PGP key. So they know that I'm properly signing my commits that are being delivered there. So, oh, thank you, Kamal. Yes, I'm glad you support this type of Twitch stream. Always happy to answer questions from folks, and please tell your friends, tell your families. Sign up here, and we do fun things every time we cross a multiple of 100 followers here. When we get to 9,500, actually, not only am I going to give away a sticker pack like I do, I have a Code Party hat that we're going to give away that's signed by everybody from the Code Party team. So, really cool stuff. Yes, Hugo very, very astutely points out, we'll know then it was committed by Jeff Fritz, not his imposter, that other Jeff Fritz. There actually is several Jeff Fritzes out there. I've reached out to them because they have the Twitter account, Jeff Fritz. They have jefffritz.com. One's a CEO at an insurance company. Another is a lawyer. And they don't engage too much on social media. So tell your company in Turkey. Fantastic, Kamal. Thank you. So I hope that explains a little bit there. Yeah, Simo, the robocalls are crazy. That's a good number you quote there. Via Sanctus says I should change my name. I should change my name. Well,
It's illegal in 9 countries.
So I can't. Because it's illegal in 9 countries. We just don't want to get into that. I'm just gonna
Well, do your best.
I'll do my best, okay? And Unhip Coder, of course, points out and very good point here.
There can be only one.
All right. Rad00001 says, "Hey Fritz, great job at .NET Conf. Was able to convince my supervisors to allow some of us to watch it. My segment, Fritz's segment, mine, showed how easily it'd be to update some of your older apps." Well, I'm glad you. It's not easy to update. It's concept compatible. And the components that I showed during .NET Conf are what we're building here, and with contributions, with feedback from folks like yourself in the chat room, we can create issues that'll help focus and drive us to deliver better components that meet and solve your needs. So thank you, Rad. I appreciate you tuning in now and watching the .NET Conf session, and send us your feedback. Let us know. The GitHub repository for this is wide open, and we are Hisham bin Ataya started a Gitter community for us. This is what I wanted to speak to next, so that we can chat on Gitter directly. We already have a Discord for the channel here, but I've said these components I don't want to be a Fritz's Twitch thing. I want this to grow outside of here. We just happen to work on some of it live on Twitch. But you can go over to Gitter and you can sign up and talk to other folks about this. The issues here I want to fill out and encourage folks. Give us your user stories. Give us the controls that you're using and show us some samples about it that'll help drive unit tests. And this is a very, very heavily tested project. We want to make sure we have great tests that make sure the components work and deliver the same features you had in WebForms. Where'd it go? I need an end then. Janescu, can you help me with an end then? I need an end then. Can we get... I can find the button.
And then...
Thank you. We want to add... We want to add some additional renderings to these so that you can get modern rendering popping out the other side. In Blazor, in WebAssembly, have that option. Can I have another end then?
And then...
I also want to document the ability to take WebForms pages, put them into a Blazor client-side app, and have that hosted in the same WebForms application. Kind of like going inside out, right? I'm thinking, right, did you ever make the French toast, right, where you cut the center out of the French toast and you cooked an egg in the middle of the French toast? That's the kind of application that I would love to be able to support and have samples that demonstrate at some point here. But that's... And then maybe I'll show that in concept at Svitug next week in Stockholm. And I'm going to stream as much as I can from Svitug. I'm going to be on Stockholm time, so I'll be broadcasting from later in the afternoon and listening to chat. And I'm actually going to give a session from a user group in Stockholm about Twitch. Have I done enough and thens already? Big shout out. Yes. Thank you. So, appreciate Hisham opening this up. You saw the announcement of the stream from Julie Lerman. Hey, Copper Beardy. Copper Beardy's another member of our live coders team. Make sure you check out his stream. So, where were we? We need to change our font to Comic Sans. That's the challenge laid forth by Restocks. We got to do that. Codephobia, another member of the live coders team. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Oh my gosh. Let me... There's people talking about the stream over here on the Twitters. That's great. All right. So let me change the font to Comic Sans, and I want to show you some of the things that we've done over here. Because I put the remaining fields in for data binding. Before I go any further, here we go. I want to do font. Change the font size. There we go. That's what I want. And we are going to Comic Sans as requested. There we go. For the next 15 minutes. And I'm going to set the 15-minute timer. It's on. I still need to put some sort of an indicator on here that we're doing these types of things. So over here, Blazor WebForms components, I added into the TreeView. This is something I added over the last day, since last we were together here, friends. There's that Comic Sans. Let me put on my gunners while I'm here as well. There we go. All right, that's better. So I added additional data binding fields that you could bind to in here. Actually, it's on the data bindings, tree node binding. There we go. Image tooltip field, image URL field, target field, tooltip field. And as I was adding these, it got me thinking, we don't currently support an image on the tree view yet, right? If you look at the tree that we have here in Solution Explorer, right? Of course, it opens and collapses, and we have a single image here, but there is a way to change that. Right, there is a style you can apply to the expand collapse doodad. That's a technical term. The doodad. It's not a widget. It's not a component. No, it's a doodad. I'm going to rename this library to the Blazor Web Doodads. No, that's a bad idea. Anyways, so we don't. Right, there's images next to the element. We don't have the image capabilities in the component yet, because after I added these, I had to finish the actual data binding code. So if you look at the data binding element down here, where I actually do the data binding, so I added the check to see, well, if you have an image tooltip field, add an image tooltip element to the tree node, image URL, navigate URL, target, and tooltip, if you have those fields defined that you're data binding to. But I don't actually do anything with these two yet. So we need to add the ability to do something with that. Restock says 2,000 points more and it could have been worse. Oh no. Oh no. You like my Overwatchy be right back screen? Oh, Code Phobias. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Code Phobias like that. Hugo, Comic Sans, no. I'm going to disagree with Hugo here. It is not pretty. Ugh. Support the doodads. Yes. All the doodads, all the time. So I need to add the image feature in here. Oh, Stealthy. Friends, this is what happens to me on stream. You can't change to wingdings, actually. You can't do that. All right, fine. I'm going to reset the timer. You're going to get a bonus 3 minutes of Comic Sans here, friends. Because we're going to go to light mode. Right. Theme, so I can jump right into the themes. And we're going to change to blue. Because I like blue. But it's light mode. And we should still have the comic... Oh, look at that. It turned off Comic Sans. I have to turn Comic Sans back on. because nobody would want Comic Sans with light mode. It's so bright. How do you deal with this, with the brightness of, seriously, you people that use light mode here? And I have just the solution. I have my TwitchCon sunglasses. This is how a real developer writes code. How's it going there, chat room? What did I miss here? This is quite evil, Irandos. Yes, 15 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Here we go. Imperial's here! Oh my goodness. Wait a sec. Wait, do I have the Imperial March? I don't have the Imperial March. But I think I have, let me see. Is that
Make
one?
it so.
No, that's not it. I need to start doing like our friend Code Rush does and have fanfares for people. Hang on a second. Wait a sec. Here we go. Here's a good one. That's her. That's Imperial. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I'm going blind here, Aaron Doss. Marcus, voice programmer. It's quite bright, Aaron Doss. So I've got 3 different lights on me, and now I've got this bright light mode here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Have you ever heard a room full of coders outright hiss at someone opening the blinds? It happens. Totally happens. Right? So, Urban Nomad. Hello. Men in Black? No, it's Fritz in Black. That's what we got here. All right. Let's get into this. So, image tooltip, image URL. We need to start adding these styles into the control here. Right? I'm going to hear this from Imperial later today. I can hear her giggling from all the way over here on this side of the country. And she's in Colorado. So there is different styles that you can apply, right? Not just in the data binding, but there's leaf node styles, there's hover node style. We haven't even gotten into that one yet. And different level styles. What did you just do here? Productivity, who needs it? Neutral dread. All right. Let me know what hat you want me to put on here, and we can change hats here. Men in purple? No. We've got a bunch of different. I have 75 different hats. I need to put together a catalog here. Don't knock Colorado. Not knocking Colorado. It's just all the way over there. Or is it over there? Or maybe it's that way. I don't know. I don't do directions. Let me know which hat you want me to, or I'm all the way over here. I know. Do you have a preferred hat? I have different Philadelphia sports hats here. I have a couple different video game types hats. Of course, I've got my Philadelphia Fusion hat, Overwatch hat, Marvel hats. Let me know. We can do something with that. So here, the nodes themselves have an image URL and an image tooltip, and I'm not actually doing anything with these yet. The Visual Studio one, I don't have VS Code, but I have Visual Studio. That's right over here. It's just on the table next to me because I wore it yesterday. Yesterday? I think so. Give me 1 second, I'll grab it. Soon to have a cookie hat. Yes! Oh my goodness. There we go. Got the Visual Studio. I need a Visual Studio Code hat. You're not wrong there. So I'm going to mark the hat complete, and we've still got 11 minutes of bright mode here. So I need to put image tooltip and image URL into this, but I don't know where they go. I don't know how that actually renders in my tree nodes, right? Come on, we're going to get productive here, I promise. I do have properties allocated for those, right? Image tooltip and image URL. I just don't know where to place these in my rendered HTML. So let's run a test and figure out where should it land. So I'm going to minimize these and take a look at my WebForms project here. And let's go control samples, and for the tree view, there's our default. I think I need more than just a default. Well, nah. Let's mess it up. So here's home. right? And I should be able to add... Oh my gosh, how do you people read this? Thank you. Thank you for catching up, Visual Studio. I was waiting in...
Anticipation.
There it is. Image tooltip equals... this is the home image tooltip so I can see where it lands. I need an image URL. Let's put an image in here for it to reference. Content. Let's add a folder in here. Let's go. Come on. Images. And I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat. I'm totally going to cheat. Not a new item. I want to open this in folder file explorer. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to grab one of my emotes, I think. It's not that one. Nope. Here. There. Emote. January. And I'm going to put... I still haven't deployed the crying emote yet. No. Let's grab a different one. Let's grab one of these older ones and put it in there. You know what? I'm going to put the Super C# in. Grab this one. Paste. There we go. So, Super C# 56. What? The capital is Colorado. The capital of what? You have a glass on your desk that says include beer.h. Nice. Nice. I am not singing. No. Central Imperial Standard Time. Yes, I have a crying emote. That's right. So now I should be able to pick URL and go content, images, that. And now we should see where that shows up here. So, and we'll get we'll get an image tag that's output that we'll be able to copy that HTML and use it for a unit test. And if we use a little bit of the technique that Eagle showed us yesterday, we'll be able to reuse that same markup that WebForms generated, but in our test, so we can see it very easily. So here's our tree view. That is a gigantic logo there. Right? And is that okay, so that's part of the anchor there. Let's take a look at what this looks like. So, you know what? I don't want that one. Nah. I'm going to go into the developer console here and select this tag. There it is. So inside the anchor tag, we have image source with the alt and the title and a border width of 0. That's it. It's just wait a sec. So they added look at that. They added a table cell next to it. Now, is that in place of the checkbox? Oh, show checkbox false. Let's turn that on and see how that looks when we turn that on as well. Should we get party time? You can get party time. Absolutely. You are welcome to turn that on. Long time no see, WebForms, Kamal says. You're right. Yeah. And we've got to support those folks who are still there. So the checkbox is in the same TD as this, but we insert another one if there is an image. That's easy. So we inserted a TD and we added another anchor there that points to the same place. We can do this. We can improve it. We can make it better. We can make it Blazor. No, let me do that again. So, this is clip worthy. Oh my goodness. We can do it. We can improve it. We can make it better. We can make it Blazor. All right, let's do this. So I need a TD. I'm going to just move this off to this side. Put that over there. Not and then. Shoot. So what our control is supposed to render, right? Let me go down here to the tree node. So if there is an image, right? Oh my goodness. If not, string is null or empty. Now I could be doing this the other way so that I have the unit test built first. Maybe I should do that. Should I write the unit test first, chat room? Give me a 1 in the chat room if you think I should write the unit test first or come back to it. Test first, test, Steve. All right, we'll write the test first. So let's go up here. I'm gonna go into TreeView. Let's add. My lord. Okay. Fritz better write them tests first. I'm gonna copy our simple example here, and let's. Hello. I'm trying to Oh, I can't rename because I'm in debug mode. Let's do this. I'm going to view the source. View the source, Fritz. Where'd it go? I'm looking. I don't see it. There it is. So I want to add this TD right here. Copy that, open a notepad, paste it in. That's what we're emulating, is this bit. Okay, so let's rename this. And we're gonna call this image. And we'll put an image in here. I should be able to reuse that same. I don't really need. It doesn't even need the right URL. Like the image doesn't need to exist for the purpose of this test. So let's. No, not Cloud Explorer. Bad idea. Bad idea. Don't want that one. Not sure how that got open. Who added that? I'm going to get rid of these other nodes because I don't need to show them. Right? Simplify. I don't need that as part of this. And we'll clean up some of that stuff down there. So I'm going to have image tooltip equals. This is my image tooltip. I could actually not tooltop. I did it again. At image tooltip. Oh, Hugo. What kind of craziness is this? We're gonna go to hamster mode. Oh dear Lord. Friends, it's a trying day here. Give me 1 second. Image tooltip equals Hugo made me sound like a hamster. It's true. For some reason I didn't have voice mod started. Let's get this rolling the right way. Are you gonna need to fling your headphones? No. I'm not gonna be eating popcorn on a piano. It just gets a little crazy.
See what I mean? See? This is what I do for you, chat room. And I'm even gonna extend light mode through this. Alright? Yeah, I know. looking for all of these things. Get rid of those. What are we upset about? Oh, I need name tag. Alright, there we go. Too quiet. Is this better? How's that? Huh? What do you think? Yes. Fits right in with the Comic Sans. What kind of craziness is this? Oh yeah, add some value. Thank you, musical bookworm.
If we're going to go full on silly, let's at least cheer him on.
Thank you. And we'll make a donation to code.org. Now it's just annoying. No. Where'd Imperial go? You don't get this value on any channel here on Twitch. Hey, Cal Creation is here. Hello. How's it going, Cal? There we go. Gotta make him a VIP. Great to see you. Can we get a shout out for Cal? He's another member of the Live Coders team. Good to see you. I gotta write some code here at some point. Alright, image URL I should add. And let's make this a value like that. I don't care. It's not actually being rendered. Image URL. Something JPEG. Okay? And let's see. It should find one image in the collection. Right? Cut, find an image tag. Should not be known. Let's see. Let's go find that test. Right? There we go. Where is it? Static. Yeah. Do I need to build this first? Yeah. Let's see. I am not 16-year-old teenage girls. No. How's it going? Judy Von Ash of the Chicago Von Ashes. I got an extra character in there. Build again. Do it. Do it now. Hurry! I want it! Is that so wrong?
Let me add some value.
Alvin.
Thank you, Mars. Nope, 1 minute to go. Why didn't this run? Let's see. Where'd it go? Just Explorer. There it is. Do. No. There it is. Run. Do it. Do it. Hurry. I want it. Do it now. Good, it failed. It's not there. Right? No elements were found. This is making your Wednesday so much better. If somebody clip this, send it to my friends the Scots. Cause you know, this is how we interact with our developer community. Alright. So, I should also have 2 table cells, right? Because there's going to be one for the image, one for the text. Hang on. I'll get back to you in a minute. Let me finish typing this. Find all TDs, length, v2. Now, it's not going to get there, but that'll cover for when we have two of these. And we should have two anchors as well. Who did this to Fritz? I know, right?
They're just vicious to me, aren't they? Vicious. It's not turning off. So vicious. What happens here? My goodness. That was Hugo with the hamsters. Complete. No, you did not. Simo wants us to go to Thanos mode. All right, well, hang on. I can at least turn off restocks. Thank you for the Comic Sans and light mode. Let me at least go turn those back to something normal here. All right, so we'll change this back to Cascadia code so everybody can read. There we go. That's better. And we'll change the theme back to dark mode. Come on, where's my dark mode? Get back over to dark. Thank you. Now we can see. But, hey, lucky number 7. Hello, hello. Copper Beardy, can the next follower goal be for me to use this voice at the next speaking conference? Don't tell Jimmy Engstrom, because he might ask me to do it next week. Thank you for the shout out for lucky number 7. He's another member of the Live Coders team, just like Codephobia, just like Callow Creation. Good to see all of you here today. Back in dark mode, and we're going to go to Thanos. We want to switch to the Mad Titan for 5 minutes. Put back on my glasses here and change voices again. Hang on. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Oh yeah, it's got its own music. See this, friends? This is no longer just a coding stream. We're gonna make your code disappear by half. See ya. 5 minutes on the clock, and the Mad Titan has taken over the stream. Here we go. So we should get this extra element is what we're gonna add. And it should have an anchor going to the same place. And we already wrote a method to handle that with Eagle yesterday. So we'll add that check next. Our tree node. So if we do have an image URL, we need to add a TD. Right? So that should, just that change. Oh, I didn't add the image yet. Alright. Hold that thought. Ah, you're laughing at me over there. What is that? Why not just hook the voice mods directly into bit redemptions? That's not a bad idea. We could do something with that. But I need to, it's the second microphone, so I need to do a thing to turn it on. I still don't have my image tag, so let's add the image, and the source is the image URL. The alt is, yeah, it's going to be the image tooltip, and there's a title that goes to the same place. And we have a style equals border width 0. Cool. Alright, so that should satisfy this now, right? Protected witness voice, Sanad Meskin. No. This is the Mad Titan voiceover. Still didn't work right. What are we missing? We're is we have an extra TD that appeared. Oh. What are the 3 TDs? So, we can go back over to the test. We can look here, debug into this, and we can actually look at the markup that's generated. And because we have visualizers here in Visual Studio, I can look at what it looks like as HTML. So here's my markup, look at that. Ugh. HTML. There it is. Hugo made me sound like a hamster. Home. Okay. If we want to look at the text. So we have the TD for the image. A TD for a space next to it. And then a TD for home. I'm not sure that one should have appeared. Go back to the tree node. Tree node. This one. Go ahead, finish the test. Yeah, I know. We broke it. Alright. Is that so wrong? So the depth, we're at the root, the depth should be 0. We shouldn't have gotten this first TD. So I think the test is right. But we're not... Thank you for the follow, FW and all. Welcome. I don't think that's being calculated right. Because if it was 0, because we're the root node, right? Looking here, it's the only node, it's the root node. It shouldn't have incremented. It shouldn't be the first. It should be the 0th. Isn't there a reference? 5 references. Where's it being calculated? Right. Is root. Is parent. Here we go. Depth equals parent. Doesn't have a parent. Depth does not equal. If that isn't a thing, make it 0. Otherwise, it's the parent's depth plus 1. Okay. Well, we're done with the Mad Titan here. Let me turn this off.
All right. And we're back. Thank you for the redemption, Simo, putting us into the Mad Titan mode there. I'm back. I know, Steve, right? Extraordinary R has a question about namespaces. I don't know what you're asking. When namespaces are not in code. Namespaces provide organization for your code. So here's a namespace. And these are namespaces as well. So these help organize and place our classes so that we can easily find them and we can have things named the same thing, but they're in different locations in memory that we're able to reference and not have them collide with each other. Yes, code can run without namespace, certainly. It's not a great idea, but it can be done. So this is telling me that the parent has a depth, even though it's the root element. That's not right. That's not right. That shouldn't be there like that. I don't have code that's built without namespaces. It's a standard in .NET that code has namespaces. Now wait, it didn't even hit. Did you see that? It didn't hit here. So, right, the depth wasn't referenced at all. Let's try that again. Okay, here we go. Just about all .NET code from the default templates uses namespaces. So yeah, okay. Tree node. Depth 0. So if I step out of there, right? For I equals 0, I less than depth, I less than 0. So it should not have output one of those. And now, right, it should be writing, yeah. So now it's getting another one and step through. So why is that markup that it generated right? Why did it put one between my image and the home? Am I looking at the wrong one here, chat? Tree node here. Right? It added this, and then it added one of these in between. That's not right. It should not have hit that. Here we go. Depth is I less than depth is false. Right. So it shouldn't step into that. And actually, it didn't output the image. Or maybe it did. And now we're here again. I less than depth. False. So we won't get one of those. Where's that extra? Right? Oh no! Waltograph Disney font has been requested for 15 minutes. Really? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a tremendous font. Kabazi, that's a great font. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, yes. Look at this. That's beautiful. Get that installed. Let's see if that should run in Visual Studio. I'm not sure where this extra one is coming from here, right? The only place that's being built is right there. Oh, no, wait. That's on the node expand. I don't have this image in the right place. It needs to be down here. All right. Let me move this, and then I will turn on the requested font. I think I have to restart Visual Studio in order for it to pick up the new font. Let's take a look-see. Look at that, it still thinks I'm in Comic Sans. Oh no, there it is. That's not going to be good. That's better. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think I need to restart. So let me save this, close and restart Visual Studio. Productivity will soar. I don't know about that. So I'll reopen my project. Loading. Oh boy. Notice there's no... Oh boy. There's no lowercase here. What happens if I go back to this one? Turn off bold. That might be a little bit better. Or not. Alright. 15 minutes with the Walt Disney font. Here we go. Oh, wow. Right? Because... Alright. Alright. I feel very Disney now. Do you like that? Yeah. We need to have Imperial install this on her stream also. So when she goes over and is using Notepad, she has the fantastic Walt Disney signature here. Let's see. So we move the image URL down here. So it does have this third one. I think we only want to do this if we... Right? Else if... parent... Not parent is null. Right? I can see parent does not equal null. But this way I'm doing the pattern matching. And it should match that better. It's actually a little bit faster so we don't override it as well. So let's take a look back down in here. I'm going to go to that image test that we had set up. Rerun this. Make sure it runs properly. Do the fonts transfer over to Vim? No. You can't. We can't do the text editor with the font. That isn't a thing we can do. This is now the happiest stream on earth, says Codephobia. Okay. Well, I'll tell you why it is. It's the happiest stream on earth because that test passed. There it is. Look at that. It even says outcomes 1 passed, and it's even in the Disney font. Okay. So we've tested, we have verification that it added our image tag to it. We should inspect the image tag. Right? Hey. What did it just dropped my image test here. Why did it drop that? I know, Stroth. This font. Build started. I don't know why we just lost that. No, I didn't open Python. I've lost my unit test. Did I delete it? No, it's right here. Why did it suddenly lose the... Let me force it to rebuild and make sure... Because it was at 108 because it had the image test right in here. And it's... Right, it's not there. There it is now, 108. Okay. So this is the one that we're running and working on right now. In fact, I'm actually going to move this into its own playlist so it's just this one that we can focus on. There we go. So the image should not be null. Let's inspect the image. So I want to make sure the image has the same tooltip set and the same image source. So let's say var image equals, oh my gosh, cut find the image tag. So now I can say image, well, should link to, no, it's not linked to, it's a source. Image dot get attribute. Is there an attribute should be? No, we could create that. get attribute source dot not should all be, should be. I can't tell the casing. And that should be image URL, right? Okay. Image get attribute, and we want to check the title should be image tooltip. Image get attribute alt should be the same image tooltip. Run that test again. Zoid3RR asks, how old was I when I started to code? I was 6 or 7 years old. I wrote a blog post about when my father introduced me to programming just using BASIC on the home Commodore 64. And it was actually, it was kind of a touching thing for me just a year or two ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago now, because I wrote the blog post on the .NET blog, introducing Visual Basic for .NET Core, and it would run on Linux. Why that was touching was because my father, who taught me BASIC 35 years ago, he was a Unix administrator, and he learned BASIC so he could teach his son how to write programs on the Commodore 64. So here I am now, paying that knowledge forward 35 years later, and letting folks program with BASIC, Visual Basic, on a Unix machine, a Linux machine, with .NET Core, announcing and showing folks that they can do it, just like he taught me how many years ago. So that was pretty cool. Who's 41? Math rules. Yes, it does. So, right, this is telling me I have the image already set up properly with all the things. Good. I only, that's the node image. Hang on. That's the parent. Here it is. I need to wrap that though with an image tag if with the same anchor tag that's down here. If we have a what's it called? If we have a URL for this, right? So that we get the same href and target. So I think I need another one of these because I can't conditionally add the anchor tag. So let's do this. Navigate if string is null or empty, navigate URL. Then we're gonna get that. Else, and I need to wrap it with the same that we have here, right? Do. Now, I should have a unit test for that, but I do have this one. Let me... yeah. No. Let's call this image with anchor. Because we have a... oh no, we do have a navigate URL. Okay, so this should be... this one should not have navigate URL. And I should be able to, that's an I element, so I should be able to also put a test in here that says image dot parent element dot local name should be anchor, right? And if I go back over here, add this to that same playlist. Yeah, look at that. Now we got them both. This is magical. If only I had the Disney music for. I think I can do this.
You better not give my
No, I don't want to. I like that ad, but no, I don't want the ad. Yeah, get right to the music. Come on, where is it? All right, I got to stop that. Otherwise, they're going to mute me. Right? Get back into the code. So there we go. This one, parent element should be an anchor, but it was a TD because I removed the navigate. I'm going to change that to the TD. Go back over here. Navigate URL. Yep, that's in there. Look at that. It removed the other one. Did you see that? Like, I saved the change in Visual Studio, just removed the test that I was working on. This one. Why Blazor won't let us have the beginning of a tag in an if statement? That's a Razor limitation. It's a good question, Kabazi, but this is a Razor limitation. You can't conditionally add one element and not the other, and want the beginning of a tag and not the end of it. Tags must be entirely included there. That way, you end up with consistent and well formatted HTML as Razor templates here. There we go. So now we've verified that it does format and place the image tag appropriately, right? So that's correct. The ahref up here, I don't have an on click because that's something else. But it's the, right, this is the on click, the navigate. Well, this is actually doing a select. At some point we need to support select. But we've got the images added in and the image works now. So we can add into our samples the ability to do images here. So I'm going to add to this, let's add a folder. I'm going to cheat this time and just call it IMG. And let me grab, where'd the Super C# logo go? It's not in there, it's over here. Content, images, this one. Paste that there. So we can add another sample for the tree view. I'm going to grab this one, copy paste, and say images. Oh my goodness. Image tooltip equals C# is super. Image URL equals /image/ C# 56. Let me just rename so I can copy and paste that in. That should work. I need to add that into our navigation, which is not that one. Here. Oh. And I need to change the URL. TreeView/images. Where's TreeView? Navigation, TreeView, static TreeView. So tree node, text equals images. Navigate URL equals, there's my URL. So now we should be able to run that, and it should all be there. TDD doesn't increase initial dev time, but it makes things so much better later. Is that by? Yes, you can control what font I use. Check out the little channel points, the orange gear there. And I've got about 30 seconds left using the Disney font here. And we'll go back to Cascadia code, where we normally are. So let me just re-enable some of these breakpoints. There we go. So here's TreeView, images, and there it is working. Fantastic. And when I mouse over it, C# is super. So that sample works. We finished adding image support, and we can even data bind into that as well. There's the timer to get us back over to Cascadia code. Thank you for the redemption, Kabazi. That was a cool font. My only complaint about it is for coding, you can't see the capitalization. I should have a shortcut key to do that. That would be really good to do. Let me see. Let's do this. Let me check in the code that we modified there. And this is Windows Terminal. So the navigation menu and the samples we updated. We added before WebForms, so that we added a we updated to add the tree node with an image there, and we added the image here. Yeah, I think we're good. Added image and image tooltip support to the tree view. There we go. I'll sign and push that commit. And that'll run. We'll get all of our tests verifying that in Azure DevOps we didn't break anything, right? I can run all the tests here. Should have run them before I updated. But we should see all 109 tests run successfully after this builds. And they're running in less than 10 seconds here locally. Out on Azure DevOps, they're running in about 3 seconds. See, there you go. 7 seconds, and all of them have run properly. Okay, so we have image support for the tree nodes. I don't run Team Explorer, no. So, B-Dunk, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you joining us. I prefer working on the command line. It just makes me happy to work there. Yeah, that's part of the flexibility of, right, being a developer. Choose the tools that work best for you. I like Visual Studio 2019 and Windows. You can be developing on Linux with Visual Studio Code if you'd like. It's all the same. Let me head back over to the markup. So our nodes, we added this one, we added this one. We already have this. I'm not sure what populate on demand does. I don't want to get into the selected actions yet. But I do want to get into the styles. Right, so we already have at the top level all these styles that we need to apply at some point. Back color, border style, border width, blah, 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 blah. At some point we need to implement these. These are going to end up being CSS styles and elements that we need to apply, attributes that we need to apply. There's also image set, because there's different images that go along with the tree that we can employ here. There's a no expand image URL. I don't know what that is. Looking through here, this is the one I wanted to take a next shot at. Show lines. You didn't say what? No. It's not. Gosh, no. Come on, never said that what we're deciding to do here is stupid. Nothing like that. These are choices. These are things that you can do. Certainly, if that makes you happy, use it. We're a friendly, welcoming community here. That's borderline. Don't. If you use Waltograph instead of Waltograph UI, there is a distinction between lower and upper. I was using the Waltograph, and it was really hard to see the distinction. So I want to take a look at the show lines. Let's see if we can add that feature here. And some of these other styles, we're going to need to figure out how to add a little bit lower down. But we got the images working. Let's see what show lines does when we turn that on. And let's start applying that to this. And I have a feeling we're going to need to bring some more images into the mix here. So this is before WebForms TreeView. Take a look over here. Come on now. It is show lines. Now, show lines equals true. Let's see what that looks like. So we can emulate that. So debug, start new instance of this. Yeah, developer culture is a little bit can be a little bit mean-spirited at times. There's no reason to ever be mean. We want to encourage more folks from every walk of life. It doesn't matter what gender you are, what gender you were assigned, whatever that might be. It doesn't matter where you live, your geography, what language you speak. Everybody is welcome. And that's important that we all observe that. Ooh, look at the lines. And they look really bad there too. Eagle asks, and this is a good question. Did we ever find a solution for properties in WebForms with a dash in them? No, we didn't. We built a workaround where we said push them to an underscore instead of a dash, because properties with a hyphen in between them, right? C# properties can't have a hyphen in there. It's not a legal name in the language, but an underscore does work. So, F1 official, hello, welcome in. Appreciate you tuning in here. So let's take a look at what these are images. And actually, those images are overlapping each other. See it there? So where we had the width, right, there's the image. So we're indenting however many. And then we have the lines. And we've also got, look, the expand collapse has a line coming out of it as well. What's that look like? Is that an image that has, or is it two images overlaid on top of each other? No. So it looks like this is a different image, yeah, that has a line coming out of it. So we need to add some more images. Yes, You're right, Eagle. Which now you have me thinking there's something that we could do with it. Attributes that have a hyphen are legal in HTML, and they would end up in an unmatched parameters collection. That's a good point. So what Eagle's referring to are properties like this, attributes like this. It wouldn't match up to anything, and you'd have to grab it out of unmatched parameters and copy it in. I might be doing something like that in the style property. I would need to go back and take a look, but I want to work on Hey, there's SQL Mr. Magoo in the Gitter room. I want to go back and get this hammered out here. So let me go to network. See if we can grab these images and copy them into. I'm going to hard refresh here. No, I want the images. Why don't I see anything here in... Turn off the filter. I'm online. Where's... Why am I not seeing anything in the elements list? Show overview. No. Neat, but whatever. So here they are. I should be able to just copy and paste these into our project, and we'll have our set of these that we can use to fill in there. Hey, Kasukin is here. Hello, my friend. Kasukin's another member of the Live Coders team. Let's get a shout out for him. So I need each of these images. Right, so this is expanded with a hyphen. This is expanded on a T-joint. Just a line, an L. There's the regular expanded collapsed. This is... Where is that one used? Okay. Expanded. Yeah, we need to copy all these out so we have them. Right. Copy. Copy response? Can I do that? So inside of our components, we have a www root folder. Here's our tree view. I'm going to do it. No, we don't want to do that. Let's open this in File Explorer. Can I paste that? Nope, can't paste it. Okay. Because I'm using, this is Edge with the Chrome extensions over here. I should be able to, can I, just view that on its own, open a new tab. There it is. Save image as. And I want this folder. And this is node expanded, let's call it dash, so I know which ones these are, right? So there it is with the dash. Next one, this is node expanded T, if I were to, right? Save image as, there we go. Node expanded, like a T there, there we go. This is just a bar. Open a new tab. Save image. And let's just call this bar. Right? Next one is, I would call this L, is what it looks like. Save image as. Okay. What's next? Blank. I don't want blank. Don't want that. Don't want that. I've already got those two. And this one is, it's like an inverted L, right? I'm not fancy or overly complicated. I'm naming these what they look like. Okay, so this is collapsed inverted L. If I were right, save image as node collapsed inverted L. Does the TreeView support for right to left support? I don't know. It's a good question. I would imagine they built it so that it would. So this is node expanded inverted L, right? So we've got that, and this is just a T, right? I don't have just the T. So we'll just call this T. So this is the T collapsed, right? Open a new tab. Save image as node collapsed T. There we go. And this is node collapsed L, if I were to name it. Right? Node collapsed L. Hey, rocket propelled Freeman, good to see you. Not to get all lawyer and all, but do the rights of these images allow for reuse in this manner? I don't know. Good question. They're allowed to be deployed on ASP.NET websites. Deployed and reused. Which one's this? You're probably right. Node expanded L. Okay. And this is, just call this dash. Right, what did do I have? Node expanded dash, there's just dash. This is node collapsed dash. Let's, no. I do have a couple pull requests sitting here, and I think these are both just, yeah, simple fixes from Kabazi. We'll include those in just a minute here, and I am very tight on time today, so I need to wrap up. Yeah, I need to, can we reuse images from WebForms framework? This is a question. Lay that out there. I'm not going to commit any. I'm just going to commit the change to TreeView that shows it to the TreeView sample. I'm not going to add the images in. Added grid lines to begin WebForms. Just so we can see what that looks like. Okay. I need to Wookiee Slayer, I had this made. Yeah, I need to take off. This is, we got to wrap up here. We got some cool things done today. We built support for image and image URL support into our tree view so that we can now have images delivered and rendered as part of the tree. And we've got unit tests that go along with that and render appropriately. Looks really good. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. And we've also got the start of finishing the grid lines. We've got data binding features now for all of the things that you would want to data bind to on the tree nodes, and we're starting to light up some of these other look and feel features on the tree view. I'm going to take a look and see if I can find out more about the images and how we might be able to reuse those from the original ASP.NET libraries. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. This was a lot of fun today. We got a bit of stuff done, and we're able to move forward with our project. Let me take a quick look over here on Twitch and see who we can raid. The tree view is a lot more involved. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know who we haven't... wait a sec. Somebody we haven't raided in a long time, and they're taking a look at Jamstack right now. Thank you so much for the raid call out there, Hugo. Let's raid another member of the Live Coders team. We're gonna raid the Developers Garage. There we go. They just came online and they're taking a look at... Come on, just find that. No. I was just there. They're just about to start. I am doing that raid. That's where I want to go. It's not letting me pick that out as a raid option. Are you kidding? That's where I want to go. Fine, I'm going to issue the raid command myself. There we go. I hope you have a good time the rest of your day today. I have a handful of meetings I need to get to, but I'll be back tomorrow. We'll hit some more code on this. I've got some traveling time this afternoon. I'm going to go through and write up a little more documentation, grab some more of the styles and things, and start getting those applied to more and more of our tree nodes. Push this forward and hopefully push this tree view to a completion. Have a good one there, friends, and I will see you tomorrow. Say hi to Developers Garage for me. Take care.